You can't. It's legal for me to be in the park. I can. You're a city official. You are a city official, and I am taking your picture. You don't have to be scared of me. Pretty good. How are you?
Alright. So, do you and him have some kind of beef or something? Or?
He doesn't like homeless people. Okay? On several occasions, he has told me to leave from this area whenever he's working. And technically, if he's working, doesn't that mean that the park is open for all individuals to come out and here and sit? I've been having a continual problem with this. I've been circled over there. Of course, you know that. You know what exactly is it that I'm doing wrong, that he tells me to leave from over there? All I did was walk over here to this corner, and I saw him there, and I sat back down. And then he got on the phone and called the police. So what exactly?
I don't think it was you. Was somebody? I think it was the other guy that was starting fires. I don't know.
I don't know of any fires in this area.
It wasn't you. It was somebody else.
Right.
So,
well, then what does that have to do with me?
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You can sit out here and do, whatever.
I can also take pictures of him because he's right.
But if they need to work in the area,
he's working over there.
I'm just explaining to you.
Okay.
So just let me explain first, and then we can. So if they're working in an area and they need you to move, then whoever, not just you, but whoever.
But this isn't the area that he's working in.
Let me finish explaining first, and then you can.
All right.
I'm not saying you. I'm using a general term. Okay, so it applies to everybody, not just you. If anybody's in an area.
He's not supposed to be there harassing people.
Okay.
He's harassing me now.
Okay. All right. Let me finish doing what I got to do. So, if you're in an area where they need to work, then they can't actually leave just to move someplace else. They can't just stay out of the park, but they can ask you to move to another section where they're doing it. If not, then you'd be considered kind of interfering with them' ability to do their job.
Right, and I understand that.
So now you understand that. Okay. So as far as today, I don't know what he's saying. He's saying that dog walker thing that you're harassing.
I mean, if he specifically wants me to move from this spot, I'll go over there or move to the bench. But since this is public area and he makes it a point every morning. I work at the Coalition on Homelessness, okay, and I get complaints every day from people in the park saying that they're being harassed, and a large amount is because of this gentleman right here, okay. So I'm over here investigating that, okay, and if I need to be here to do that, I have the right, according to my First Amendment rights, to do that. So if he's going to move over here and work, then go over here and go over there and ask him why, and then if he's going to come over here and work, I will move to the bench or to another general area.
Okay, so here's the thing. I need to find out what exactly he's talking about.
Right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
Exactly when he says you're harassing. So I got to find out. But if in fact what you're doing is investigating this because there's been complaints or and in particular with this gardener, then what you need to do is start doing the process of filing a complaint with Wrecking Park.
Well, this is part of it. We have, but every time we go to a supervisor, it's that we're all. I mean, he just called me a lazy park vagrant. Okay, that's not necessary. You know, if he needs to work in this area, that area over there does not include this, and it's. I think it's fairly obvious. You know, I don't know how obvious that is to other people.
Okay, so then we're at the point of now that you know that whatever you're going to do, he's going to be against it, no matter
Yeah,
what you do.
no matter what I do.
So you're already at that point.
Right.
So my suggestion is to not inflame the situation anymore, because you don't want to push it to the point where, you got all these cops and everybody coming out when you know you're already right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what you need to do is go to the next step.
But I think that shows a certain amount of his candor towards the people, because he's obviously pitching a fit.
But what I'm saying is, you're right, okay?
Right.
And you know you're right, then you need to go to
I
the
just wanted to document it.
Right, well, and you've documented it, but now you need to go to the next step. And if you went to his direction, right, then you need to go to the next one. There's always somebody above,
right.
And you need to do that, because I think that the more you come out, the more antagonizes, the more he's going to be able to say you are harassing, even though you're really not harassing. But I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Though, from a
the National Lawyers Guild and the Civil Rights, the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights endorses what I'm doing. So anytime I feel, because I have the First Amendment right to document anything that say a park ranger or a park official is doing at any time, because I'm conducting an investigation with complaints behind it, then that means that I could surveil him at any time in this public area.
But see, that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is you've already got your point across. You've already, I believe, got enough information. You know you do. That to further just come out here to continue to...
Well, to process...
I think we'll inflame
to process a class action suit, you must have repetitive incidents by different gardeners. And I'm not necessarily wanting to file a class action lawsuit. I just want this behavior to stop. And if I have to document out here every day in order to do that, whenever they're doing something wrong or they're not doing something wrong, policy, that's not even left up to me. I just document. The other people who are the experts, they figure this stuff out and tell me that I assume, sometimes, and I tape and things like that whenever I think that they're doing something illegal, or unconstitutional or anything else, and with a camera, without a camera, he's a public official, you're a public official, the police are public officials. I'm not directly interfering with what he's doing.
Let me kind of maybe rephrase, maybe you're not understanding. What I'm saying is that you do have the right to do it. Nobody's saying you don't. So let's get that off the table, because we'll be spinning our wheels on First Amendment and all that stuff. Right. So let's skip that thing. What I'm saying is to not further inflame the situation. We already know that the gentleman here, I guess already you guys have conflicts. I'm just trying to diffuse it where there are no conflicts. If you've already gathered enough information, which it seems like you have already, you know what I'm saying? Then I think that maybe you should proceed to the next step and go to the next level, because continuously coming here is going to end up constituting harassment on somebody's part. And I'm just trying. If you're trying to get a validity to your investigation,
I'm not afraid of being accused of harassment.
No,
I know that they're going to do that. I knew whenever I walked in the park,
but I'm not
they were going to do that, because I'm a homeless individual, and I'm